We're like fucking Harold and Hilda again tonight.
Oh, fucking. Shall I
Hey?
go get changed?
No, don't go and get
I am,
changed.
to be
Repping.
fair, I am quite fucking hot here. You're sat in you are sat in your
Are you
garage.
naked underneath? Go on, show us. Now I'm just bitterly disappointed. It is okay. A Jason Jesse skate baseball top is nice, but it's not. It's not
not
naked,
naked.
is it?
All right, I was a bit toasty actually. To be fair. Hello, I'm Paul Sloggett.
I'm Dan Watson. Let's get this shizniz on the road. Welcome to the dirt. This morning's episode is with the insanely talented, the insanely motivated,
the insanely
insane, definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the room, please. Mark Bishop. He's new to the scene. You may well have heard from him. Hello.
Good evening.
You may well have come across this young man before in our was it Young Blood, New Blood episode?
Fresh Blood.
Fresh Blood.
Yeah, there you
go. That we recorded, I don't know when it was, probably about 6 months ago now.
Nah, it was way before then, wasn't it?
You think?
To know my memory's useless.
Man.
A little bit long.
Below episode 25, I think.
Well, it'll be flashing up what episode it was now on the screen.
We'll see who's correct. So, all right, mate, how's it going?
Yeah, not bad. Can't complain. It's been a shit day at work, but we're on the deck, so it's good. Life is good.
And
you guys good?
What have you been doing today then?
Mate.
Shit?
Well,
cheers, lad.
I got up to turn the van on to get ready for work. Before I de-ice it before, turn it on, get it warm up. And the van wouldn't start, so then I had to get the car defrosted to bring that across the road to jumpstart the van before I could even start the day. And yeah, it just went from there, really.
Gutted.
Yeah, but it's all right. The day is over. It's fine.
Did the car start to bring you home again at the end of the day?
Mate, you know what? The rest of the day, the van's been fine. So
happy days. Happy days.
Can't complain. Well, I can.
And you are.
Yeah, I'm straight.
Right, so, Bish, remind everyone how old you are.
I'm 35.
I like the start of it.
Check that.
Yeah, Sarah's not here to tell me.
On the camera doing that.
Yeah, exactly. She's left me to it. She's gone upstairs on my own. Got to pretend I actually know what I'm talking about now.
But so I mean, to us, you young pup, but maybe not quite so young as such. There, just creeping into the scene, the Masters qualification now in the UK potentially.
Yeah, just about. Yeah. What is the cutoff this year coming for the
35? 35. But if you've competed in the Masters before,
then you
can continue if you wish, which I think, dare I say it, I'd like to know what the age of this year's Masters podium was, whether they were all under 35 or not.
Well, this is what I'm wondering, whether, because I've not competed in the UK yet, whether if they move it up to 36, I'll still be in the pros rather
No, you're 35. If you're 35, I forget when Matt set the date.
Yeah.
But that cut-off date, if you're 35 before that, you're in wherever you want to go.
So
you just drop then that if I'm not in, then I'll still be in the pros. So I'm assuming on your first debut after missing this year's champs, which we'll get to in a bit.
Yes, we will.
You're planning on going pro from the outset.
Yeah, I think so. I'm, without sounding cocky or whatever else. I might as well.
Well, to be fair, everyone's pro until you're knocked out, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it's a different qualification. So if you make that top, is it 16? I think it is this year. I'm not sure if it's 8 or 16. Then you will continue on in that pro class, but if you get
Oh,
knocked out before 17 and below in qualifications, then you immediately go into your age category.
right.
And when you're racing in the pro, when you get knocked out of
Then
that,
right.
you will then fall back into your relevant age category and level at which you're in the tournament stage across.
Hey, Dan, you've done all right. You explained that quite well then.
I was quite impressed with that, wasn't it?
Yeah,
You did all right.
Like, me and Mark were both going, yeah. You're like teaching two simpletons there, and it worked.
But yeah, you're planning on being there this year.
That I was planning on being there last bloody year.
talk us through that quick sharp.
So after training as much as I say training, riding as much as I could in the run up to it, and literally the week before, the champs, we were over at Bugs. Sonny was down on the Sunday, I think, and we'd ridden a little bit of Bugs during the day, and then I even remember Matt Bryn telling me, whatever you do, just fucking have a weekend off, don't hurt yourself, and lo and behold, like, we've ridden Bugs all the weekend, got to lunchtime on Sunday, and we're like, right, we're calling it a day. And Sonny goes, I just want to do some filming over at Cleve, and you can't turn down an invitation to go and ride at Cleve, can you?
No, you're like a dog with two dicks when it comes to mountain boarding.
Yeah. Coming down breakers, got to the road gap, 360 over the little drop bit. Everything went perfectly. Go past Sonny, little fist bump or a little hat high five as I went past him, come slide into a stop, landed on my knees, and my left knee was a bit sore, so we put some gel on that, and that was fine. And then the next day, my right knee was fucked.
Sanitizer gel?
No, it wasn't. It was hemp gel. The sanitizer only comes out for stingy cuts.
Now there is footage of this, and it looks like a nothing.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, is that the clip?
You just pop over the toes of your board, don't you? You just pop over the front end, and it looks nothing.
Yeah, so we used that clip in your announcement reel, but didn't feature that end section.
That clip gets cut off literally 3 seconds or half a second or whatever it is before I just take this little tumble.
Yeah.
And it's fucking ridiculous. But my knee swelled up. I had to have it drained, which made me pass out because I'm scared of needles. And then spent 5 days in hospital on a drip. I kept saying, look, you can just give me these anti-inflammatories or whatever, and I'll just go on my way and I'll get to the competition. I might not compete. They're like, no, you can't walk, you can't whatever else. You got to stay in bed. You can't have these antibiotics without a drip, basically. So I was stuck. But thank you. I've got to say a massive thank you to everyone who was there, who kept, you for doing your the live streaming, for Sarah, for people like Nash, everyone and Piers, everyone who kept FaceTiming me and things so I could actually be a part of it, basically. It was awesome. It was the best way I could be there without being there. It was great to be part of it.
We had
feel a bit guilty when I was chatting to you, saying how much of a good time I was having.
It was when Claire called me at 6 a.m.
We were glad to have you there, and glad that someone at least was watching. I think there was quite a lot of people watching, to be fair. But yeah, to know that it was helping you pass the time.
Mate, it really did. It was horrible not being able to be there, but to be at least part of it and to see it and not miss it was well good. It was bringing tears to my eyes.
What's the plan? What's the plan for 2 weeks before the event this year? Like, wrap you in bubble wrap, lock you in a room?
Mate, you know what I'm like. I will be riding as hard as I can.
I'm taking him to Cleve the week before. It's one less for me to worry about.
Exactly. No, I might have the weekend before it off.
Yeah,
maybe. I'll do some board maintenance.
that's the way. That's the way. Look, I suppose we've kind of skipped ahead a little bit with your talk of your knee in last year's champs, but you know it is what it is. We have covered how you found mountain boarding before, in that you've swapped over, or you know, found e-skate and then electric mountain boarding, and then gravity took over, and then you've been stuck ever, well, not stuck, but you certainly seem to be enjoying mountain boarding far more than the its electric cousins.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Without doubt, it's hands down, it's the winner. It's all electric's great. You can like shitty weather and you can go hell for leather through a forest, but there's only so many times you can go through a muddy forest or whatever. Whereas you're flying down a hill and you're getting that constantly. Yeah. Am I going to make it through these trees, or am I going to do this backflip without hitting my head? Or just it's a different ball game, mate.
I put it to you, not riding your electric fast enough, mate.
Well,
or recklessly enough. Maybe you're more reckless with gravity than you are with your own thumb.
I'm scared of the electric ones, mate.
Do you think that has become a bit of a thing for you? Do you know what I mean? Do you find that your mental side holds you back with the electrics in some way, shape, or form?
Oh, without doubt. When it comes to jumps, speed, I'll get to on. So one of my boards is the pink tramper, the spur drive. That will do 36 or something. I've got it to top speed, but it's scary because of how fast you're actually going. Yeah, I don't like that. My green one will do 27, and it tops out. It's not fast enough for wobbles. It's fast enough for me, and it's light enough to just about jump. But the weight of them, as soon as I'm in the air, I'm constantly thinking, fuck, it's going to twist out. It's going to be too heavy. It's going to... Whereas on the gravity, it's just throw it and hope for the best, and just lovely. No worries.
Well, I mean, not wanting to get onto your current whip, but you've got very light setup at the moment. That's for sure. Pretty much. I mean, it's not in production anymore, is it? Your current deck, but I assume other parts on it certainly are. But yeah, you're on a Gen 1 Jeremy Leaf at the moment.
So
if you're looking there, don't just look at it. If you're going to look at it, everyone's got to look at it, except for the audio listeners.
It's the lady running with the leaves running down her, isn't it?
Right. So what it should look like.
There you go. Look at that.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's what it should look like. But
oh yeah, nice. The pink duck camo and pink leopard print grip pad. I've never seen a board more you there.
So I've done like a layer of clear vinyl over the board, and then sprayed on top of the clear vinyl. So when it gets fucked up, I can just peel it off. The board is still as it should be. It's a piece of history, I know that, so I couldn't destroy that with spray paint.
Yeah.
But you've got a spare in the background as well.
Yeah, and I've got this. So Dan was lovely enough to let me know that he saw one on Facebook somewhere or eBay, because the way I ride, how long it might or might not last is a different bit of worry. So when one came up, he was good enough to tell me so I could get it, just in case I do fuck mine.
Yeah, they're not exactly easy to come by these days. That's for sure.
They're pretty solid, though, aren't they? They're of that generation that was like
Yeah.
really quality build to them.
Like I put it through its paces, and it still feels perfect. There's no sag. There's no crunching. It doesn't like. Don't want to slag brands off or anything, but I had 3 hair rows in 5 months, 6 months, and I cracked them all.
Yeah,
and not doing anything different to what I'm doing with this, and that has been abused, and it's still going strong.
Yeah,
different breeds.
well, I think there's scope for the future if mountain boarding continues to evolve and hopefully growth. It would be nice for the modern technology that we have in the adult boards, which suits our demographic, let's be honest, at the moment. It would be nice if we started to see the release of some other variants of the boards that we ride. So as an example, the return of a slightly shorter deck for a slightly smaller framed person, aka Mark Bishop, but aka youth, and this is the problem with this area, is that we're not seeing the youth coming through as much, or certainly not in the same numbers.
Yeah.
But if we don't cater for them, we're never going to see it come through. So it's like a catch-22, and you can understand from a manufacturer's point of view why they're dubious of putting money into something that there's not necessarily a return for. But at the same token, you're kind of cutting off the hand that feeds you.
You can't expect them to ride an adult's massive board when they're tiny.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, like as you know, Bish, I've spent ages trying to get my hands on a core one. And I have finally got one the other day, and locally to me, it's a right bonus.
Well, does the maid know you got it yet, or is it a surprise?
Yes, we've been rolling around in the house at the minute, and we'll probably be out. Well, we won't be out this weekend because I'll be in Cardiff for Ramp World.
Yes.
Are you there, Bish?
Of course.
Yes.
Oh, just in case you fancy it, Simon Harwood is stopping off at. He's not going to Ramp World, but we're going to Ramwick Woods on the way.
Ah, very interesting.
I've not ridden Ramwick yet, so I'm well excited.
I'm not sure exactly what the plan is yet, but I may be meeting up with Sonny on Saturday, possibly.
Don't let him take you to Cleve.
No. I know Cleve better than that muggle anyway. Yeah, anyhow, I think we might there's talk a bit of Forest of Dean. Anyhow, I'm gonna have to edit this bit out. Let's fuck, I don't know how we got on to.
No, whoa.
What?
Are you going to Forest of Dean without me?
He come here with you, didn't he? Did you give him the code to get into this?
You're going to launch pad, isn't
Hey, I would never know. I wouldn't know a code if you gave it to me. Sarah had to.
Maybe, but don't worry about it, because by the time this come out, I'll already have been there.
It's a busy weekend. There's Wielden going down.
Yeah.
Then you've got Ramp World.
Yeah.
You say Randwick, and Launchpad. So it's a heavy weekend.
Well, that's just Saturday. We haven't even started on Sunday yet. But yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? Can't be there all the time for everything.
You want to go to that peanut bowl in Newport?
Are you waving around a pregnancy test?
No, not a butt plug.
Ah.
It's one of those ones with a tail on, so you can control it via an app.
Or you can pull it out with your teeth.
Yeah. So yeah, exciting things happening this weekend.
It's gonna be a good
one. But yeah, where were we before we got on to talk about this weekend? We're fucking useless, aren't we? This is a great episode so far. We are smashing this. No, not too many long pauses. Not
We
too...
need Sarah down here. I told her not to leave me. She's my adult.
Sure. I tell you what. Before we lull the audience, especially if there's anybody listening via audio and they're in their car driving late at night, we don't want them falling asleep at the wheel. Let's get in for viewers' question. Okay, and today's first viewers' question comes in from El Capitano.
Hey.
The wonderful Ash Mulholland. Now, he's sent me two here, but I got to play. I kind of need to give you a bit of context. So I'm going to play one, and then after the one that I'm going to play isn't a question, but the question is in the second one. Okay.
All right.
Let me turn this up then and make sure we're going.
All right. I hope you're healing quickly as well, Ash, dude.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
And I did say what's it, not Watson.
Okay. Did you get that?
I did say what's it and not Watson. All right.
And I did say what's it, not Watson.
Okay.
Why does he look like a photo that's got his mouth moving? You know, like
Like he done with a mask when he was doing me.
Good evening, the dirt. I hope you're all well. This is not Ash Slogson. This is just me, Ash. Hi, Bish. Thanks for saving my ass and taking me to hospital when I really didn't want to fucking go. My question for tonight is, would you rather live with one arm that was permanently up in the air or with constant what's it dust on your fingers?
you know what? It's the what's it dust.
You'd live with what's it dust on your fingers all the time.
Yeah, cheesy goodness constantly.
That's not it can be arranged.
That's Dan's Watson dust.
Just have a wipe round of there.
We won't go to Sarah's Watson dust though. It's not the time or the place.
The quicker I marry her, the quicker this will be over.
There can be only one.
That's not fair on the maid. She'll be a fucking bishop then.
Yeah, true. So she'll probably be a Watson bishop or a Bishop Watson.
Does she ever beat the bishop?
Constantly. When she's had a few too many drinks, I'm really good at the makeup on the black eyes.
Oh.
I think Slog's like that one there, doesn't he?
That's just my level of humour, that is. Bass as fuck.
Look, we might should we go on a roll here?
Yeah, let's get another one out.
The next one comes in from another AT Borders aficionado. That's not the right word, but
Rich, there is a fair motley crew of you as well. And we'll have a chat about them all in a bit.
Okay. Right, this one comes in from Nath. Let's play him up.
Bish, why are you so bendy?
Hey, Bish, why are you so bendy?
Years of pretending that I'm a gymnast. I don't know. When I was a kid, I went into football and shit because I was fucking useless. So, and I worked out that this is right back in primary school that I was more likely to get a girlfriend if I ran around chasing girls on the field doing cartwheels than I was running around chasing a dirty ball on the field. So I started learning how to cartwheel and handstands and all that sort of stuff when I was little. I wanted to do gymnastics, and my mum told me that if I did gymnastics, my brothers would beat me up. So I took the next best option and just chatted the girls up and learn how to cartwheel that way. So that's why I'm quite flexible, I think.
And is that how you wooed the lovely young Sarah? Like, did you just do a couple of cartwheels?
No, why? It's an even worse story than that. We went to Bongo's Bingo and ended up It was a cracking night. We a mutual friend of ours had a birthday party there.
Bongos bingo. Brilliant.
It was classic. And but I'm too sexy for my shirt came on, and I was renowned when I was a bit younger for taking my shirt off at the any chance, or taking my clothes off generally. And one of my friends said, "Oh, Bish, you should take your top off." And I was like, "Oh yeah." And it was the slimmest, tightest top you could imagine. So I've got it over my head, and it got stuck on my forearms. So then I'm like, "Fuck, I'm stuck." But I'm trying to pull her, and now I look like a dick. So I'm putting my shirt behind my head and giving it all.
Oh, brilliant.
And the rest is history. She's now engaged.
So you making a meal out of taking a shirt off was what impressed
Yeah.
Sarah.
And she is now the luckiest girl in the world.
Where were you? We should have. I feel like we would have been kindred spirits ourselves there. Like back in the days of the damn pants.
Oh.
I mean, me and Sloggett, we're both lovers of, or have been lovers of many descriptions, but lovers of taking our clothes off.
If only I'd known you back then. There's still time, Dan. We can take our clothes off together if you'd like.
Yeah.
Now
Now?
it's gonna be real cold in that garage, Dan.
I'm just gonna start with my neck warmer right now. Woo!
Yeah, over there, that dude.
But let's crack on. We're on a roll here. I don't know what the time is or anything, but we're on a roll here. Look, this one comes in from Ross, All Things Kite and Board, and he's got two little questions here for you. Both of them pretty cool. First one: if you wasn't mountain boarding, what would fill the void? Oh, the look of confusion and almost heartbreak that's even contemplated.
That's quite a heavy fucking question, isn't it?
Right. So I got before me and Sarah, me and my ex had broken up. My kid's mum, and every other weekend I'd have the kids, and I was like, "What the fuck am I going to do with them?" And skate park. I've not skateboarded since I was a kid, so we started skateboarding. Got my kids' skateboards, got them scooters. So I'd probably be skateboarding, but not to a very good level. Okay. Well, I'm happy dropping in and doing a few little bits, but yeah. And then mountain boarding, that took over everything in life.
Yeah. So
probably skateboarding.
The second question is, what's more fun? I don't know that this is really going to be a competitive answer. He's given you two options. What's more fun? Walking the line or just bombing it down the line?
Me just bombing it, mate.
Yeah, like as if that's ever an option. Riding blind, not riding literally blind, but riding lines blind is half the fun of the fair at times.
So we, the first time me, Sarah, and Jeff Bond went to Kingswood, we were riding down the far side of it, and Jeff, I remember we were like riding quite slowly, and we didn't know what was coming up. And Jeff said, "I'm just going to stop and walk down it. Are you going to stop?" No, it'll be all right. And before you know it, you're going down this fucking hill ridiculously fast. I got to the bottom. Jeff, don't let Sarah come down it. And like by that point, they're both stopped and actually done the sensible thing and walked like sort of seen what it was about before they went hurtling down it. But yeah, going in blind to that was fucking fun.
Yeah,
it's just great fun. Love it.
And Wilson famously rides lines quicker blind than he does when he knows the track. I don't get it myself. I do like knowing stuff to a degree. Like if I want to improve, because I always like to try to improve on anything. But
Ant's a different level though. Ant's a weird beast. He just fucking, you think you're keeping up with him, and he looks goes and he's fucking gone. Like there's just no.
It is another level. But yeah, so let's crack on. We've got another one here. Adam David. We've got a fair old stack here, so I'm glad about this. Adam David has sent one in. What advice would you give to someone wanting to get into mountain boarding?
Pads. Lots of fucking pads. Yeah, that's and surround yourself with other crazy mountain boarders, because they're a lovely community. The whole community is so welcoming. I welcomed in with open arms, and they're just lovely people. So you can't, any worries or any questions or anything else, you just ask someone, and they're always happy to help you out with it. Like, just get into it and get some good pads.
That's the way. I think longevity is good in mountain boarding, and it never quite looks as cool as some like low slung gangster jeans, Reese Crilly style, 2008. But
don't just buy your pads, wear them sometimes. Well, as I found out fucking yesterday.
Yeah.
Were you wearing them yesterday?
No, I had a helmet on.
Yeah, you did have a helmet on. That was it.
Something at least.
Yeah, that's it. I suppose helmet's better than nothing. That clip will be playing over the top right now for those who are
fucking cracking
watching the YouTube edit. I think probably by now it will have at least gone over and over 5, 6 times. How long should we keep talking about it and letting it go over and over and over?
To be fair, by the time this episode drops, I would have done another fucking stupid ass fucking thing and nailed myself for more fucking jollies.
Oh dear.
We look forward to seeing it, Slugs.
Look, I think I'm just having a.
When you do it, Bish, you just fucking bounce up. Like you sort of like one of those like flipping fish. Just seem to fucking flip back up onto your fucking wheels. I don't know how you do it, man.
Yeah.
Self-writing,
like a weeble. We are showing our age there, Slugger.
Like a fucking Subutio fucking player.
We're going to take a break from the community questions there. I think we've got another 3 or 4 to go, because I want to focus on this last year that you've had. Last time you was on 6 months ago, you'd been riding for 6 months. Then you've done the rest of the season. We talked about your UK champs earlier on, but like I said, you've been relentlessly riding before then and after that knee incident as well, progressing at an absolutely phenomenal rate. I mean, like, if you'd have said a year ago when we had that little roll around at Bugs, or it would have been just over a year ago.
Yeah, it was.
What did I imagine seeing on your social feed, if you like, in a year's time?
Of course, didn't you lend Mark your board? Was that his first ever go on a mountain board?
Was that at the end of EBIT?
So after EBIT, about a week later, because I only went to EBIT because Dan had said that we should go and it would be a laugh. And if you're going to go, you might as well compete because it'll be cracking. You don't have to win anything, just to entertain the idea and to get in the gates and feel what it's like. So it was you that told me to go in the first place. Then after EBIT, I messaged you and said how amazing it was. And you said we're going to Cleve. So to come up to Cleve for the day. The next day we went to Selsey Common. I think
we all stopped over at Bugs, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think Mark Hale organised it that weekend.
But yeah, so I had no contact with anyone else apart from you really at that point. And then after Selsey, me and Slogs were going back to Bugs for the day, or for the one more evening or something. You were going off, and you said Slogs I could borrow your board as long as Slogs brought it back. Yeah. And I think he rubbed sheep shit on it.
Yeah.
No, I rubbed my own ass on it, didn't I?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But that was my first yeah, my first taste of non-electric, proper mountain.
So yeah, like I say, from that sort of time of just you getting on it from the electric, we all knew you could ride a board, or certainly the electrics at that point in time,
albeit semi badly when I kept touching it clean.
Yeah, but there are some people, Mark, that they gravitate themselves toward madness, and you're one of those people, and it's beautiful to watch. It's like a
and frightening at times.
Yeah. It's
beautiful and frightening in the same amounts.
Yeah. It's a symphony of emotions that go on in my heart when I watch you. Like at one minute it's leaping, the next minute it's just crumbling inside me. Yeah, because it's just you're starting to get now consistency, I think. You know, that you've put in this really freaking hard year, and let's be honest, credit where it's due. Breakthrough rider of the year for the UK in the inaugural awards. Mega congratulations on that. That is, obviously
this deserved as well.
Yeah, this award has never existed before, and is going to continue to exist. And you've got the first one ever, and rightly so, because even back in the day, I don't recall seeing anyone come through in a year and be at kind of the level of tech with some of the stuff that you're doing that, yeah, I just haven't seen it before. You know, like to go to that reel that we put out, air to board slide along the, like, you know, you're gapping what, maybe a 3-4 foot channel from quarter to a flat top box and board sliding out of it. You know, you've had switch flips and reg flips from the first outing of I'm going to start flipping. You know, your threes down. You're just making absolute waves, and it's joyous to see. It really is. So mad props for that, and you know, it's been absolutely awesome to have been a part of that process.
Oh, thank you. It's been, I just love it. To be honest, you say about like the quarter to board slide, that started with me just sort of airing across, and then I sort of hung up a little bit. Or no, I was worried about hanging up a bit. And I said to Sarah, I was like, do you reckon if I just pushed over a little bit, it will turn into a board slide? She's like, oh, just fucking try. And it's a little bit of my stupid light bulb moments, and Sarah going, yeah, fuck it. That sort of makes me go, yeah, all right, I'll try that. Yeah.
Peer pressure. Yeah. Always bow to peer pressure.
Always.
For a happy and fulfilling life, there is no other way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you've got to, having the stoke of, especially Sarah, you know, not many people get lucky and have a chick that rides as well.
Mate, what more could I want? She rides, my kids ride, I can ride whenever I want without feeling too guilty that I'm enjoying myself. I'm a lucky man.
Yeah. To have the whole family affair going on. Something I'm working on. Let's put it that way. Hence the core one.
Yeah.
So you had a European trip as well this year, didn't you? Last year. This season just gone.
Yeah, we went to France twice. It's a fucking long old drive, isn't it?
I don't know, is it?
Yeah. I killed a fox.
What? In anger?
Just because I'm angry about how long the drive was.
We stopped about 3 miles west of Lille when I had an argument with a fox at a service station, and I decided I could pop a cap in its ass.
Yeah, no, it's a really long drive. It's like 2 hours to the ferry, 4 hours on the ferry, and then like 5 hours to LA. And within the
You
first
can't plan the 4 hours on the ferry. You weren't driving around in circles, were you?
damn it. Yeah, and after the first like hour or 2 hours or so, in driving through the middle of the night, I hit a fox. I told it to move, it didn't, and it was either kill poor little Foxy or take out an Arctic. Well, I'm not going to take out an Arctic. An Arctic was going to take me out. So I had to say goodbye to the fox, unfortunately. But yeah. Anyway, I digress. France was amazing.
At least the digression has at least given us a working episode title.
I killed a fox. Yeah, but France was fucking amazing. The first time for the French champs, it was sick. Got to meet Margot and Mel. I can't remember who else we met, to be honest. There was a couple of other guys who worked there. There weren't many there that we actually met the first time. But because we came a little bit late, we missed the first night, which was the party, or the first couple of nights. LA was amazing. But at that point, I was still a little bit cautious and a little bit not comfortable doing certain tricks, like everyone was doing the Shakira hip line. And I was a little bit, yeah, it all scared me still a bit at that point. Then it come to over to Compiègne for the actual event. And in practice, everything was going smoothly. I weren't going to hit the big lines on the freestyle because they were really big and scary. But I was comfortable on the smaller stuff. And even on the border cross, really comfortable. Got to race day. As soon as I got out the gate on the first race, I'm fucking falling over and all sorts. And I was talking to Sonny and Matt, and both of them go, "You're trying too hard. You're putting so much energy into jumping or doing like to whatever else, and you're fucking up." Whereas in practice, you were fast and everything was going well because you were trying, but not trying too hard. So I eased it back a little bit, and everything went fine. And then Sonny, bless him, he's absolute legend.
Hey, wait a minute.
I'm sorry, yeah.
Yeah, Dan wanted none of that talk on his podcast.
Yeah.
Sonny, the cunt who put me in hospital.
Yeah.
That's better.
Looked after me through he coached me through one of my races. Literally,
The race you beat him in?
Yeah, that one. I can't really say I beat him.
No, you can. That is exactly what we're saying here. I've seen the footage. He noticed you was out in front and he give up. That's the sort of character he is. But the
whole way down, he was behind me.
He talked you down there, didn't he? He talked you down the fucking track.
He did.
I spoke to him today. on FaceTime, and all I wanted to do was just start off the conversation in a really aggressive, angry manner. And I saw his sweet little face, and I couldn't. I just smiled. I cracked under the pressure. I couldn't do it.
Oh, I love him. I absolutely love that boy.
I love his new little haircut. It makes me want to adopt him.
But he helped you out.
Yeah.
I mean, keep him in the broom cupboard.
Yeah, he really did. He really helped me out on the racing, and then again on it got to freestyle. It's like, you're trying too hard. Stop trying. Stop. Even down to doing a back three over this little fun box thing, I kept fucking it up, and it's like, calm down. Stop. You're throwing it so hard. You're trying too hard. You never throw it that hard, and just relax. So I had a beer, and then went back up and just took it easy. Got some frees, got some backflips, and got some switch backflips. And it was fun, and it was great again. But I needed him and Matt, and just to be behind me, it's like, no, it's all right. Don't stop stressing. Stop. Yeah. Calm down a little bit.
And that's experience.
Yeah.
Experience and good crew. Again, knowing the people around you, and knowing what they're going through via your own experiences, and being able to offer that decent advice there, peer to peer. You know, because I get myself annoyed and worked up at times, and it takes me to have an argument with Slogs and him to text his missus that I'm being a cunt and send it to me for me to snap out of it.
Can we flash it with that phone I made now? Just here.
All right then. Yeah, but so you went back again though, didn't you, to France?
So then for Eamon's birthday, we set up it was Ayla and Ayla set up a little Facebook group, and we ended up organising to go over again for his birthday, which was cracking. Again, felt a lot more comfortable at LA that time. Done some right stupid fucking tricks. The stupid little jump between the two tree thing.
Yeah,
that's cool as fuck. That is.
It's
threading the needle on that.
Yeah, proper thread in the eye.
How many attempts did that take to get it clean through that?
I'm gonna say about 10, but it's probably more like 15.
Really?
Yeah, it was just
you wanted that, didn't you?
Crank that soldier boy.
Jeff said it, so I had to do it. Well, Jeff said he wanted to do it, and I've got this. I think I've told Jeff this now. I've got a love-hate with Jeff because he's such a nice guy. You can't not love him.
Yeah.
But I hate him as well. So I'm like, I've got to one-up him. And
naturally talented.
Yeah, mate. He's
handsome as
good at everything.
Handsome as fuck.
Handsome
exactly.
Built like a racehorse, apparently, as well. You know, like
a baby's arm.
There's not a 2% body fat ratio. I think he was stunt double for Tom Cruise in the latest Mission Impossible as well. You know? Definitely his body double for Daniel Craig. Anyhow,
Dan, have you got an erection?
A stonking one. Anyhow,
I felt like me and Mark weren't even in the room then.
So you're threading the needle on the hill, and Jeff says, right, you need to get this, Mark, because if you don't, I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to look rad as fuck, and you're going to be left behind.
That's what it said in my head. What Jeff actually said was, I'd really like to do that. So in my head, I'm like, I've got to fucking do it first, didn't I?
So Jeff seen the line. The line hadn't been done before. The line had not even been looked at.
Jeff didn't even attempt the line because he's not stupid.
But I think we need to call it Jeff's line anyway, though, just to
take the shine off of you.
Take the shine off it for you.
Yeah. So that was fun.
It's a very good shot through the veins.
And then what was the other stupid one? Mael telling me to do a sort of like a board plant on a tree, which every time ended up with me eating shit. And that after about 6 attempts at that, it started to hurt, and I was like, yeah, I've got to call this one. It's too painful.
Oh man.
Next time.
Next time. Talking of next time, summer this year, this season,
the World
Championships, Compiègne, Lesai, or Super Bess Park. I think it's around. It might be Mont d'Or, I think is the area.
Oh, nod and agree.
Sorry,
I said I'll nod and agree.
Nod and agree. Yeah, it's somewhere.
The adult's still upstairs.
Oh,
are you going to be there?
Damn straight.
Damn straight.
Which weirdly enough will mean I've competed in the French Championships and the World Championships before I've competed in England.
Is it before it is before the UK champs?
Yeah, isn't it?
Mental. Yeah. an international rider before you're even competing in your own country, eh?
I don't like to go by the book, do I?
So we're expecting good things off you then this summer. I mean, no pressure, obviously, from getting breakthrough rider of the year, which honourable mentions there has to go out to all the breakthrough nominees. I can't off the top of my head. Ash Hollins, Jeff Bond, who we've talked about,
Lewis.
Lance Lever.
Lance,
Oh, sorry,
I don't know how
Lance.
to say his surname, but Lance, he's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a decent skater as well. He's got a lovely setup in his fucking garage.
Well jealous. Yeah.
We're really jealous.
Yeah, gotta say. Another little man crush. He's handsome as fucking. He got a very
It's the
snazzy.
fucking beard.
It is the beard, isn't it?
You get lost in that beard. It's fucking beautiful. No,
have you got an erection now? Oh Christ! We could play a game of soggy biscuit here, for goodness' sake.
What's wrong with us tonight?
I don't know.
It gets you going.
It's the bish. It's the bish influence.
It's the bish influence. He's not even as pissed this time as he was last time.
I'm doing all right. I'm only on 3. I'm on the 3rd. But last time, I was probably about 8 in and slurring.
Nice. That's 8 in an hour. You're saying about pink there. I am loving that Bugs Boarding t-shirt there. Have a shout out to the Bugs Boarding crew, because I'm assuming you're going to be back in there as a regular feature throughout this summer.
I think they open early April, I believe.
Yeah.
With a late March or early April, depending on weather. So, desperate to get back. Got to get our season pass again.
Yeah.
Again, because the kids can roam free. Like, Tyler's getting more into his boarding. Kira just goes off and does her own thing. She loves it.
Yeah.
She'll either go off with the girls and paint ramps or help with a lesson, or you just know at Bugs they're safe. Yeah. You don't have to worry what they're doing. And they just...
Except when you leave me in charge of them.
Yeah, and then I get phone calls from Matt Bryn saying Kira, one of them's come off a fucking drift trike. But when Uncle Slogs is involved, do you expect any different? Trying to explain that to their mum when they got back home, and she goes, Kira tells me that you left them in charge, like that you left one of your friends in charge where you went on a beer run. No.
Do you know what has to be said? This year's champs, or these meetings here, I think it was this year's champs. Now I'm quite an early riser of a morning, as is Slogs. Even after a drink, Slogs will still get up quite early. And anyhow, your kids get up quite early as well, don't they? You and Sarah not so much after you've had a drink. Now there must have been a good solid 2 hours that I watched your kids torment, beat the crap out of, throw around in the slog it for the entirety of that duration. It was fantastic. I think there were a few tears.
I soon got over it though.
Yeah.
It was bullying and harassment. There's no way about it. Was bullying.
I think you made a rod for your own back, to be fair. So.
Yeah, I mean, can you please ask them? Can we have that again this year, if possible, please? And any time they're together, just torment him as much as possible, because he deserves it.
Tyler and Slogs have got a wonderful little connection. They've got each other's messages, each other's phone numbers. They have lovely little text messages about bananas all the time.
Yeah, we have a WhatsApp conversation every so often.
What are you up to, Tyler? I'm just texting. I'm just sending a photo of a banana to Slogs. Oh, all right, cool.
This sounded very ominous.
Dodgy Uncle Slogs, isn't it?
Yeah. It'd be telling them to chop it up and smoke it like they used to banana skins. That was an urban myth, wasn't it?
I don't know. I remember being told you dry out a banana skin, scrape it out, and then you smoke that.
So there is something about a banana skin.
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
I didn't try. I didn't, and I don't know as I know of anyone.
Could you not buy weed around your way as kids? And
Well, no, but that's the point. Bananas are somewhat more readily available than weed,
Yeah,
especially to an 8-year-old.
exactly. It's right. Tyler's 10 now. He's got better links than me.
He's got them on the WhatsApp Deliveroo. Anyhow, so are we going to see? Whoa! Are we going to see Tyler and the kids at the championship this year competing? Do you think again?
So, definitely not in France because I ain't taking them. I can't deal with them on a 5 or 6 hour journey to France.
Yeah.
In the nicest way possible.
I almost said chuck them in with Uncle Slogs, but that would mean they'd be coming in with me.
But they will, yeah. If as long, yeah, they'll definitely be coming with us for the UK champs. If Tyler feels that he's happy to do it, then I'm more than happy
to be encouraged to.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And the way he's been riding, as long as he's comfortable and he wants to do it, then I'm happy, and I'll give him that little nudge. But I don't want to push him into it if he don't feel happy about it. Like,
there's no point in sucking the fun out of anything.
No, exactly.
I think finally this year I'm going to be able to get Baxter to the centre.
Yes.
But I don't think he'll be riding his bike rather than a mountain bike. Yeah. You can't push it.
No, but just to get him there will be a good start.
Push him away, don't you?
Yeah, just to get him there. Like, he came to Wilden, didn't he? And he enjoyed himself there. He got to meet a few people, so it won't seem so daunting when he gets.
So we're looking at, and as for Tabitha, she'll be running feral around the place. So I don't worry about that.
Christ, imagine Kira and Tabitha together.
Well, I was just sitting here thinking maybe we should organise a little family affair day one Saturday or something. We can drive up for the day.
Yeah, get the grass sledges out and the mountain boards.
Yes,
because the Suki and Tabitha get on like house on fire as it is.
Get on like a hay bale on fire.
Yeah.
Back.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I've just had another thought. It just triggered something else. Look, listen, we'll put a pin in that one, but let's try and make that happen at some point this summer. We get the kids up there all having a ride on the grass sledges and the scooters and that, and we'll just have a giggle one day.
Yeah.
Let's have a quick check there. Go back to the last few community questions, shall we? Mm-hmm. And this one comes in from James Wanklin. His question, he has a couple here, and his first one is, when are you going to land a front flip?
Probably never. I keep trying. I managed a couple on the airbag at Bugs under Matt's instruction. Matt couldn't Matt couldn't explain to me what I was doing, whether I was doing somewhere between a nollie front flip and an ollie front flip. And he told me I had to pick one, but I didn't really understand his terminology for any of it, though he tried so hard for so long to try and explain it to me. And I just kept doing the same thing of somewhere in between the two. And eventually I landed one. So naturally I was like, well, I've landed on an airbag and fucking take it over to the Bugs kicker that I like to do things on, and then bent a truck.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the end of my front flip. I know before I tried it on the Bugs kicker, I tried it on one of the dirt kickers lower down, and that went really badly too. So at some point I might get a front flip, but it ain't going to be till I've got a lot of spare trucks.
To be fair, like, don't blame yourself, Mark. If anyone's to blame, it's Matt Bryn for not being able to communicate properly what he wants you to do.
Exactly.
I should imagine you probably had to pay an hourly rate of about 150 quid for that advice as well.
But it did come with a lovely spreadsheet.
Did he have a whiteboard, Mark, as well?
A whiteboard in person and a lovely spreadsheet with useless information because you still haven't landed the trick.
To be fair, I didn't have it.
Wasting money. I've invested in his scheme, in his pyramid scheme ages ago, and I'm fucking still waiting to make him any money. James Franklin's, what should we say? Hey, what about on the weekend? We could have a go in the foam pit.
Yeah, I'll try.
Front flip in the foam.
Yeah, I'll try.
So, his second question from James: if you could ride any spot you have seen footage from before you started riding, where would it be? But I'm assuming that you might not necessarily have seen much footage before you started riding.
There's, I think the rocky places in America look amazing. They would be cool.
The Rockies.
I don't know.
I think they're in Canada.
No. The rocky places, like I don't know where they are, but they're big orangey red rocks.
Moab, darling. Do you mean Moab?
Maybe. I'm
Colorado desert.
Yep. That looks awesome. That looks wicked. I'd like to go there. And go you shall. One day. And I'd like to tag along with Dylan Warren somewhere, really, because he goes from, like, even just his street spots look awesome.
Yeah. He definitely has an eye for terrain, doesn't he?
Yes. Yeah.
So, third and final question. Not happy about this.
Is this from James as well?
Yeah. James, I'm not happy about this. I thought we had an understanding. I said a little while back how I thought that I'd like to be filming with him this coming up season, because I thought he was underrepresented a bit in the social medias. Only to find out he's been fucking filming behind my back with Sunny fucking Dibber Media, whatever it's called. Dibs Clips. Not for one amazing video, but now a second amazing video, it would seem. But yeah, he's put this question: how hard is it being in a couple with and living with in the shadow of the best Watson in mountain boarding?
Strong fucking question there that needs answering.
Fuming.
I mean,
absolutely fucking fuming, man.
She's a hard taskmaster, but someone's got to do it.
She's without a shadow of a doubt my favourite Watson in the Mountainboard community, like by a fucking long way.
You've just broken Suki's heart here.
When she steps on a board, she'll be there.
Straight back up there.
I've got a feeling that there's not really much of a question there. I just think that's a
it's more of a fucking
statement.
Yeah,
I think it's a statement.
No, of a dig.
Everyone, whether they're driving their car or watching this, they're all not along in agreement now.
Yeah.
Every single person.
Bastards. Right. Emlyn, the joyous host of the roll situation.
I think I might know what his question is. Because he put it up on social media the other week. Before.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. He said, if you ever go on the dirt, this is what I'm going to ask.
So go on then, tell us, what is Emlyn's question?
I think Emlyn's question is, do you prefer landing tricks or bailing?
No.
That's
answer that one. Do you prefer landing or bailing?
I do definitely prefer landing them, but it's all about the journey.
The battle.
Yeah.
No, he'd actually put in a cool one. Honestly, I don't know how I would answer this one.
Oh, I've got no fucking idea.
Because if I could think of the answer, I would try to do it because, well, you'll see. If you invented a completely new trick, what kind of thing would it be and what would you call it? So surely my thinking being is that if I could think of a new trick that had never been done before, I'd be trying to do that, wouldn't I?
Well, it's probably going to be a head plant.
Do you know what? It's funny you should say head plant because hand
head
plants
thing.
are kind of underdone on mountain boards.
I've had
Maybe
a few.
you should start. Maybe you should start a new hashtag. Keep hand plants relevant.
No, I said head plant.
Oh, head plant. Okay, you definitely got them down already, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had a good one the other week, didn't I? On the back of my head, on the coping. Well, it wasn't even on the coping, I think, on the side of a ramp going from.
Through that channel, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was a proper like. What
the fuck were you thinking of there over that channel, man? That's fucking mental.
I tried another like 5 times after that. I cut my nose and my glasses and everything.
Hopefully, send me that clip over, and I'll be playing that in a minute.
Yeah, I'll send it over, mate. Yeah, I would. It's got to be some sort of flip. You know what? Actually, there's a cheese flip coming. Hopefully soon.
A cheese flip.
Yeah,
the skater room.
Yeah, skater room. So after there, Emlyn, and it's Emlyn's idea as well. Well, Emlyn's put the idea in my head is to come up, plant on the cheese, and then flip back in.
Yeah, it's like a flip 90 as such to get the roll away.
Well, no, in theory, because so the cheese is straight ahead of you, and instead of going 90 onto the cheese, I was going flat onto the cheese.
Yeah. So he's saying go 90 on.
No. So as I come up the quarter, onto the cheese, and then over. Yeah.
I'd like to see that done.
So would I.
I'd like to see that done. We have so many memories of skater. Me and Slogs used to skate there all the time. If ever you see,
was that a Tuesday night job?
Yeah, I think so. Tuesday nights down there.
So when I went there was a young lad, maybe, I don't know, 13, 14. And he goes, oh, I've seen one of them before. I rode that and they mentioned a park that I recognised the name of that's closed now.
At the Priory, XBP or Ride the Hill.
Yeah, it might have been Ride the Hill, yeah.
Yeah, they're all that's where we skating was like a half hour away from there, isn't it?
Yeah, 20 minutes. So
yeah, that's not very far at all.
Yeah, he said this lad was like, yeah, I know what that is. I've ridden one of them before. And I was like, oh, fucking yeah. Someone knows about mountain boarding. And he mentioned, yeah, it must have been, I'm sure it was Ride the Hill. And he said he went there with a kid's party sort of thing. And said he loved it, but never did it again.
Oh,
unfortunately.
If ever you happen to bump into an older chap, and he was, a few years older than us guys then, but an American chap called Jim, who was heavily involved in the community there, used to make, design and make his own slalom boards. On one of my boards, I've got a sticker of it. He used to have like his company was called C Jim.
Okay.
So if ever you see that sticker around there, that will be him and that. But yeah, super nice dude. Make sure you go and say hello. Make sure you mention us guys. It come on. I think might have been my first ever pure snowboarding holiday as an adult. Like away from my mum and dad sort of thing.
Oh, cracking!
But yeah, really nice guy, and it was part. I think I'm correct in saying setting the place up many years ago. But yeah, what a phenomenal place that. Don't get to skate in a church that often.
No. We just picked up the second Jeremy Leaf, and then we're looking for places to ride in the area and found a church. Why the fuck not? Yeah. And it's like £3 to ride for 3 hours.
Oh,
ridiculous. It's
Yeah.
like, and the people were lovely. It was like a woman and her husband, and the kids were all behind the bar running it, and just
Have they, have they still got a foam pit there?
No, they've got a massive fucking vert ramp.
Yeah, that's always been there at one end of it.
Yeah.
But they used. I don't think they ever. Did they have a foam pit there?
Yeah,
They used to have a little drop in and then a
one.
tabletop, but was
Yeah.
it after the tabletop?
They've got a massive massive drop in, tabletop, and then a quarter. And there's a wall ride on the tabletop as well. But loads of scooter kids kept standing at the top of it. So it's quite annoying.
There was definitely a foam pit at one stage there.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that must have been where the quarter pipe is at the end of after the tabletop.
Maybe.
Because the rest of the park in the footage looks exactly the same as it always has been. But did they have an outside section there?
Not well, it's pouring down with rain when I was there, so I don't think so. But we didn't. Well, within about 15 minutes, I bent a truck. So it was lucky we picked up the other leaf because I had to nick one of the MBS spring trucks off it, which was weird to ride to go from tramper barrels to MBS springs because I've never ridden springs. But yeah, after that, we rode for another hour or so, but we didn't really explore too much. Didn't try the vert because that's fucking scary, isn't it?
Well, I think we both dropped it in years gone by. I don't know that I'd have the minerals to do it these days. That's
I don't know if I'd do it nowadays, but it's definitely been done, isn't it?
Yeah, I've definitely dropped to the bottom of that.
On a skateboard or a mountain board?
On a mountain board.
Oh, I'll have to try it. I'll just do it in Switch. It'll be fine.
Yeah. You're only just jumping into it. Then just it's no different to dropping the quarter at Bugs.
Yeah, but I've not dropped into that either.
Apparently Jeff Bond said he was gonna drop the vert and drop the quarter at Bugs.
I'll fucking do it then, wouldn't I? Quick, I've got to leave. I'm going to go there now.
Right, I've got 2 questions left. This one comes in from Jonesy, aka in Zion, aka Inzy1. I'm not sure which way it's pronounced. I never get it right. Sarah, she asks, would you rather have an endless supply of green mountain boards or an eternal supply of pink riding gear? I suppose protective equipment there.
Well, so far, my lovely Leaf has survived all the abuse, and now I've got a spare one, so I'm pretty covered for the boards. We'll go with I keep losing pads. I've lost another elbow pad. My knee pads keep falling off. So yeah, I'll have the gear. I'll have I'll have the mountain board gear. Yeah.
I'll have the Barbie pads.
Yeah.
Our last question of the night comes in from someone I think shares the same surname as me, but it might be from the mountain board community. Sarah Watson, I think.
Sounds fucking awesome.
She asks, scrunch or fold?
Got the wrong podcast.
Oh, don't be like that.
There could be
beware, if you answer this, they might not feature you for a year or so before.
Well, I'm a folder.
There's only one way, isn't there, really? A fold with a little scrunch.
Emlin's a scruncher. I don't understand that.
No, it's filth, man.
It's wasteful.
It's wrong. It's fucking...
That's not right. You might as well get a puff, the little puff shower poof things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like a fucking rose. Just like, what the fuck? It doesn't make any sense, man.
It's the same as standing up and wiping. Why would you stand up and wipe?
I didn't even think it was a thing. I didn't even know about it. I thought like everyone folded unless like
Unless you're
you
an
fucking
animal.
done it, unless you had a pebble or something in the outback. But like,
Or
how
after a
can,
curry.
how can that even be a thing? Scrunching, man.
Nah, not right. Some strange people out there.
And that.
Emlyn.
And Sarah does have a second question here. Who do you love more, mountain boarding, or what do you love more? Sorry, mountain boarding or Dan Watson? I mean Sarah Watson. Sorry.
You better play your cards fucking right here, man.
Yeah, you best, Dad. You best play your cards right here.
I love everyone equally.
I'm hovering over the eject from conversation here.
Without Sarah, I wouldn't have ever found mountain boarding, so I love her.
Without Sarah, I would have never have had a beautiful sister like I have. Yeah, we're certainly glad.
Like brothers-in-law, wouldn't it, when we get married?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's how it works anyway.
That's not fair on Sarah, though. Don't let that fact change your mind on the whole wedding thing. You're going to be fucking it up for her, man.
That's right. Maybe she'll fade back into obscurity, and I can be the only Watson then, as opposed to the least favourite Watson.
Sarah's on the up and up. She's been learning to drop into quarter pipes recently.
She apparently she dropped the one at Bugs and at Skate Room.
Yeah, I know, she's fucking flying. We've been working on it recently. She's been getting to grips with dropping into a quarter, watching the Warren Weeklies. I've only been telling her for months to fucking watch it, but only the other day she actually sat down and watched them, and then she's been trying, and she's getting the hang of it, which is great progress to see. Yeah, sick.
Yeah, we're stoked to have her in the community, and stoked to have female riders, especially ones that want to send it a bit, and stoked to have the Warren Weekly. It's so good, so good. Dylan, if you're listening to this, Dylan, you're doing great things for the community. You're certainly keeping everyone fired up, especially over the winter over here.
Yeah,
it's nice to see, and we're all really enjoying it. Listen, we're gonna keep it reasonably short tonight, and I think we're coming up to sort of an hour and a half-ish mark here. But is there anything whilst you're on? I mean, I'm assuming you'll be back on in future with next year's full-fledged Rider of the Year award.
Only if Eamon stops riding.
But yeah, is there anything you want to chat about, say, before we finish up tonight's episode? Oh, we've got one. We haven't done Slogs' 10 set, but he does have one other question. But yeah, is there anything?
No, I've got some. I've actually written down some thank yous that I'd like to say to the community, but whether I do them now or afterwards, I've probably said some of them already. But yeah,
let's do Slogs' question then, and we'll finish up with the thanks and sign off.
Because you've done a 10 set already, so we thought fuck it with a 10 set. Now me and Dan, we talk like random shit to each other all the time. So we've been bouncing this question back and forth just between us. We thought we'd put it out there and get some answers from everyone. So Mark, we want you to answer this now, and then if anyone's got any ideas or thoughts on it, stick them in the comments.
Yeah, well, there'll be a little social release on this, because in 20 years, I'm sure that there must have been this conversation before.
We must have had this conversation at some point, or someone must have.
And someone either needs to put us straight, or there needs to be a conversation happen about this.
Yeah, and if there's numerous answers, or ideas, we'll put out to a vote.
Yeah.
And we'll get it laid down. Right, so what is the collective noun for a group of mountain boarders?
Herd.
A herd.
You went straight in with a herd there.
Yep, it felt right.
It felt right. Have you heard it used anywhere else?
No, it was the first thing it come to, and loving the punnage. Yeah. The other way you could go about it is a gander, like geese. Gander of mountain.
Isn't that a gaggle?
Oh, maybe. Yeah. What's a gander?
That's having a look at something in
Look to see
rhyming
if you're,
slang.
if you're
Oh, goosey
gander.
Goosey gander, yeah.
Having a fucking gander, innit? You can't.
Right. Well, scrap that then. I'm going with a fucking herd.
Not a gaggle or a gander.
That's a herd.
So, like, some examples, because we have been chatting about this for a while, me and Dad. Policeman is a posse.
Right.
Obviously, you got a bunch of sticks, fleet of ships. There's loads of them out there. A murder of crows.
Mm-hmm. A twat of skiers.
I mean, that goes for inline as well, doesn't it? We shouldn't be fucking rude to people.
No.
But
I don't know if I can say that.
I went with a roll.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I like that.
A roll of coins is an actual collective noun as well.
Oh, is it?
Mm.
It's a shame.
I can't remember what example I said now.
I don't know, it's on my phone somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's a good ponderer, that one.
Yeah, you have a quiver of boards, don't you?
Yeah.
But the actual collective term for a ride.
You got a set of wheels.
What's the one for badger?
They live in a.
In a set.
They live in a set. But
A bastard of badgers.
A bastard of badgers.
Sarah.
What's the collective noun for badgers? And you on a fucking mountain board, What's
the collective noun for badgers? Yeah. What do you call a group of badgers? Oh, she's fucking useless. What sort of animal is she?
Well, you have a set of tyres, set of rims.
Yeah.
I think they all live together in a set, so.
So would it be a set of badgers?
I don't know.
She's useless.
Like, they're not very nice, badgers.
Yeah, that's why I said there was a bastard of badgers.
Bastard of badgers, that's a pretty good one.
All right.
Ask about the mountain boarders.
Why are you
Sarah.
talking about mountain boarding? Why are you talking about badgers on a mountain boarding podcast?
What do you think the collective noun for a group of mountain boarders is?
Oh, I don't know. It has
Have
to
a
be
think
something
about
majestical, doesn't it? Like, close to a crow of like.
I don't think majestical is a word. Majestic is a word.
Well, like,
We can
I mean, just like a soaring of mountain boarders going down
a fleet.
an
A
eagle.
squadron.
A soar of mountain boarders.
Soar of
Soar.
mountain boarders.
It
SOAR, a soar of mountain boarders.
It depends. If
Swarm.
I've been riding, it's the other sort of story.
well, everyone have a think about that and then let us know because Matt Bryn, if you actually know and it's been said before, then let us know. Because if anyone knows, it'll be Matt. If not, everyone else, give us your thoughts on it.
That doesn't mean, Matt, you get to put whatever you want to put down just because we've said it. What is it? Yeah, put it out there. We'll put up the socials alongside the release of this as well.
To seeing everyone's responses on that.
Yeah,
so I'm going with her.
And now you're the only other people in this conversation now. So if you leak it out, the question, we'll know exactly who it's come from.
Mate, I'll have forgotten all of this by tomorrow.
It does feel good to share it because we were sat on that, bouncing that for ages, man. It's doing my head in.
Anyhow,
Weight off your shoulders.
Mark, you have a few thank yous and bits that you wanted to put out there.
I have.
It's triple with a door frame then.
Yeah.
Right, so thank you to you two for introducing me to mountainboarding and for the stoke that you guys put out and create.
Thanks.
Then
To the dog.
to our El Capitan Ashmore Holland, because he's just such a dude, for creating the team, for having us on the team, for everything. He's just a legend. I love Ash. Sonny doesn't, I know he gets a hard rap, but he's a lovely, lovely person, with a heart of gold, bless him. And he's always like, every time we ride together, he's like, just fucking do it, you'll be right. Yeah. And he pushes me, and he's a legend. I love Sonny. Matt Brind and Lee and everyone else in the ATBA for all their hard work, absolute legends. Without them, none of the competitions, half of it would be, just legends. Thank you.
Yeah, fucking truth on that.
For Nina and Bugs for all the work they do to run the centre. They're absolute legends as well. We love them, and they're so welcoming. They're fucking great. We love them so much. And they look after the kids for me. It's fucking great. And then finally, Sarah, wherever she's just fucked off again, isn't she? I'm sure she'll watch this. Maybe she won't. She won't fucking watch it because I'm on it. She'll watch all the other ones. Doesn't say what the fuck I like. Fuck Sarah. Piss off. Sarah for picking me up every time I smash into the floor, basically, and for generally adulting for me, because I'd be lost without her. So thank you.
Right, well, I've got something to say. Don't ever change, Mark. Please don't change.
Yeah,
it's been a pleasure to know you for such a short time. It's been an absolute fucking pleasure. You keep me entertained.
you keep everyone entertained. You're a joy to be around, my friend. You and Sarah, both of you, and your kids. Yeah, you're
Thank
real
you for
good
having
people,
us.
and hell of a riders. Look, thank you for spending a wee time with us, catching up. Congratulations again on Breakthrough Rider of the Year 2022. We all can't wait to see what the next season holds for all of yous.
Thank you. Neither can I. I'm fucking well stoked.
Yeah, I'll see you both on the weekend.
Love you.
Yeah.
We'll see
Have a good
everyone else
have a
who's
good
watching or
weekend,
listening on
everyone.
next episode.
I found out what a group of badgers is called.
Go on.
What is it?
A seat. But it's spelled CETE. Seat. A seat of badgers.
Whoa.
Well,
That's not how you write set.
No.
No.
But it's close. I was close.
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
Nice.
Uh,
Until the next episode, ladies and gents.
love
Later.
you all. Thank you.
Bye.
Have a
Bye.
nice evening, everyone. Ciao.
you're
Bye.
See ya.
Way aye, man. That was dead canny as out, that like. Cheers for tuning out to listen. Now, before you gan yem, don't forget, if you want to keep getting doing with the dirty fun, like and subscribe. Get amongst it. Shy Ben's getting out.